Hey there, how's it going? My name is David. You're watching Kai City RC. Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a brief follow-up video to my initial GeForce Xtrada impression. So if you haven't seen that video, link in the description below, go and check that out first. So now that I've had a chance to run the Xtrada for a few track days, what do I think? I'll just get this out of the way straight away. It's a fantastic machine. Very, very capable right out of the box. The footage you're seeing now is completely stock oils, everything. The only thing I changed was metal pillow balls and carpet tires, and that's it. The rest of it is just completely stock. It's running a 13.5 turn brushless setup with quite mild gearing. The kit supplied pinion is pretty slow. You've got a 95, memory serves, a 95 tooth spur, and I think it was a 23 tooth pinion. Is pretty slow even with a 13.5. I'm running a just stock 13.5, hovering just stock 13.5, so it's not a particularly fast 13.5 to begin with, but with the kit supplied pinion, you are going to be pretty slow. I fitted a slightly larger pinion just to give it a little bit more speed. But yeah, handling wise, it's spot on. You can tell that tuning has been done by Masami-san, the legend, and also I believe Ito-san at GeForce has had a hand in setting it up, so it just drives really well, both on dirt and on carpet surfaces. It's robust as well. I've not included all of my mishaps. Most of this footage was from my second track day. And speaking of mishaps, there's one there. Most of this was from my second track day with the buggy, but on my first track day, I wasn't in the best frame of mind. I got a lot on my mind and I was making a lot of mistakes and crashed quite frequently. And yeah, just like the GeForce before, it's just built really well. No damage what to speak of. You will need to play around with the belt tension settings, especially if you're running on carpet, because the belt will slip without any belt tension on it. But once you got those little minor things dialed in, yeah, it just drives really, really well. A lot of people have been asking about the battery tray. I'm running shorty LiPo, low profile shorty LiPo batteries, low CG LiPo batteries. So I've got various pieces of foam in there to kind of position the battery where I want. Yeah, it is a little bit more involved than, most modern day battery solutions. You do have to take the body off, release the clips, turn the car upside down and do that. But it's just a few minor steps. And to be honest, every time I do that, I'm just, it just adds to the vintage, old school feel of the car. And I'm glad they did it that way. Back in the day, certainly the cars that I grew up with, things like the Frog and the Grasshopper, inserting the battery from underneath was just like, standard. So it's nice to have that kind of throwback to that era. But yeah, overall, the car drove really, really well. No problems, no issues. Shakedown went without a hitch. Nothing worked its way loose. One of the benefits of everything being plastic. I was concerned about motor temperatures, but since I'm not really running fast motors and I wasn't really pushing it, I had no issues with cooling. So there isn't a lot of space around the motor for cooling. But depending on what motor you're running, I don't think it's that necessary. You got a really big, beefy metal motor mount to kind of help dissipate a lot of the heat. What else can I tell you? There was lots of reports of a mismolding in the plastic bell cranks, and credit to GeForce, they have blanketed social media with this information. They've sent it out to model shops. They've put posts on Facebook, Twitter, X, I believe Instagram as well. They're offering free replacements if your kit is affected. Basically what it is one of the plastic bell cranks, the hole in the center isn't quite large enough, so it can cause the bell crank to bind up ever so slightly when you assemble the kit. If you find that to be the case in yours, send it off to GeForce and they'll give you a replacement. Or alternatively, you could just file it out and just give it that extra bit of clearance. But I think it's credit to GeForce, the fact that as soon as they realized that this was a problem, they're on top of it, they're addressing it. They're offering a solution. So, I do really like the way they go about their kits, not like some other manufacturers, not mentioning any names. Uh, Not mention any names, but yeah, overall, really do like the Xtrada. I was hoping that I'd be able to go to the GFCC West this year, but it's looking increasingly unlikely due to work commitments. So the first real chance that I'll get to race the Xtrada will probably be next spring's GFCC held at Silverberg RC Park. We'll see. I'm not sure. I may be able to go, I may not. But I definitely would like to run the Xtrada competitively. And if you're wondering why is the track so quiet, I was surprised as well. This was first thing on a Saturday morning, which my local track tends to be the quietest time. As I was leaving, a lot more people were turning up. But yeah, I had the track to myself, so hence I was able to get quite a few different angles. Apologies for no audio though. They play BGM and it would just be a nightmare for the copyright. So, so many different songs playing on each clip. It's just, so I've just cut the audio out. I can tell you that the buggy is, I want to say it's really quiet, and it is compared to shaft-driven buggies. It is really quiet, but I've noticed that depending on what pinion I've got in, the noise can vary considerably. I don't know if that's my pinion and mesh setting or the pinion or what. I don't know, but with certain pinions, it seems to be really, really quiet, like whisper quiet. With other pinions, it's a little bit louder. But again, compared to a shaft-driven car, very, very quiet. Anyway, I hope that's been helpful. My name is David. You've been watching Kai City RC. I'll see you next time.